Dan Rather's just come out with a new book that I wrote about in Newsweek and the Daily Beast called Rather Outspoken. And in it, he continues to beat up on CBS, the executives, over the terrible incident that kind of exploded his career back in 2004 when he put on the air a report that George W. Bush was AWOL during much of his time in the Texas Air National Guard 30 years earlier, and produced documents to support that, allegedly written by a Guard lieutenant colonel, that no one can verify. No one could verify at the time, but yet they put it on the air. Unfortunately, the documents were widely thought to be bogus for a number of reasons, and no one has been able to prove that they were authentic. Dan argues, and he argued to me, well, no one has been able to prove that they were inauthentic. And now he says, after all this time, and he's apologized for them. He apologized for them at the time and eventually disavowed them. But now he says, you know what? I think they're genuine. I think he has a very ambivalent relationship with CBS in the sense that he loves the institution. He gave his almost entire professional life to the institution, and he put his life on the line for CBS News. He covered the civil rights movement. He covered Vietnam. He went to Afghanistan, dangerous assignments. And he loves the CBS of Edward R. Murrow, of William S. Paley. And what he laments, and maybe with some justice, is that it's become all corporatized. You know, in his time, CBS was bought by the Tisch interests. It was bought by Westinghouse. It's bought by Viacom. And there are a lot of pressures for the news division to serve the business and political interests of the corporate parent. That's what he argues, and I think there's some evidence to support that. I've known Dan a long time. We've had fun lunches together. In fact, I told him when he refused to answer a question during the interview, I said, I knew I should have gotten you liquored up. And he said, well, as you know, that's not too hard to do. So, you know, I like the guy a lot. I think he's an original, and, you know, I really admire him.